Okay, no answer. Okay. Trying to call my son. How are you? I didn't see you come in. Got a few things here. Couple things I want to open up here. Let's start with the big box. So, yeah, I just did a little video. Hope you guys are all having a good December. Don't stress out over Christmas shopping. Just buy for yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Forget about it. Newspaper. Anything interesting in the newspaper? We got the sports section from July 30th. Anything good in here? Sports? Forget about it. All right. Got more newspapers. Box. And here, my friends, we have a pretty cool item. One of my favorite classic games. And this was released on a lot of different consoles. So this is a sealed copy. I don't collect sealed games. I maybe got a dozen or so. And I already have this game playable on multiple. My favorite one is actually the Intellivision one. But anyway, I thought this was unique because it still has the store stickers on it. A store called Lionel. We didn't have those in my section. But anyway, it's Demon Attack. This is for the Atari 2600. It's playable on the Atari 7800. Still has the hang tab. Right there. Price sticker. It was, the original price is covered. It says previously sold for $14.97. And it was on Red Tag Special at $7.91. Demon Attack. Sealed. It's not in... I don't look for perfection. I'm not going to get it graded. It's got a security tab there. Yeah, I don't plan on getting this graded or anything like that. I only have one graded game in my collection, and I'll show that off someday. It's a Nintendo game, but this is for the what do you call it? This came out on the Odyssey 2 as well. That one's very rare. I had a sealed copy of that for the Philips 70. The Philips, I think it was the European one. I recently sold that. So I made up for it by buying this one and putting this in my collection. So yeah, Demon Attack, sealed. For the Atari 2600. Next. This is a very unique item right here. This is a rarity. I have one in my collection already, but I couldn't pass it up for the deal. And I want to get more of these variants. So it's trade bait. What's the matter, you? I can't get this open. It's all glued and sealed up here. But it's protected, which it needs to be. Don't you hate when people send you boxed games? Like say this one in a bubble envelope, in a bubbler. Come on. Use your head. A use your head, people. Don't ship a box game in a bubble mailer. Use a box. This one they use 2 boxes, which makes sense. It's a box in a box. A box in a box. Okay. That's how you pack box games, people. And don't do it. Otherwise I break your face. I bust your eyes. I keep your hands off. Okay, here we have. This is, my friends, this is Pickaxe Pete for the Odyssey 2. And you want to know what's special about it? What is special about it? I've shown this before. What makes this a variant? Not really a variant, but I explained this before. I showed one off before. I think I did. This is a U.S. release, which they later, I think it was towards the end of Odyssey's run, they would place a label on the spine in Japanese. So that, my friends, supposedly says Pickaxe Pete in Japanese. Okay, now what was unique about these is they simply just repackaged, because Odyssey 2 games didn't come sealed. That Demon Attack that I had, that was a European version. They sealed it there because that was in a Magic game. The Magic games were sealed. But the Odyssey games that came in boxes like this, they didn't have like a plastic over them. They just put a piece of Scotch tape right there, and that was the seal. So that's a Japanese label to later be sold in Japanese, and some of them didn't get out of the U.S. I think only a small amount of them actually got out of the United States. So then they probably just distributed it in the U.S. with the label. Sometimes people will take that off. Don't do that. But anyway, it's the same exact cartridge you would have got here. They didn't do anything to the cartridge. They didn't alter it in any way for Japanese sale. But what they did do is, beside the U.S. manual, which would have looked like this in English, what they did is they included a folded black and white manual, like so, in Japanese. So this is what they did for the Japanese versions. They added a black and white manual in Japanese. I don't know if you can make out the Japanese there. Japanese writing. So that's simply what they did to distribute them in Japan. And they would have packaged it just like that in the U.S. box. So that's a pretty rare item. Those are very hard to come by. if you ever see that, let me know. If you ever see an Odyssey 2 game with that Japanese label on the spine, let me know. In that black and white manual, let me know if you have any, or if you've ever come across any. And then here, the final item I want to show today is Intellivision related. Also very rare. You're not going to find this every day. There is one more on eBay listed if someone's interested. They're asking $67 for it. I got this one for less than that, and it's in better condition than the one that's on eBay. Because I had that one, I was watching that one for the longest time, never pulled the trigger because of its condition and its price. I mean, the price isn't bad if it was in this condition, but then I waited, and then this one came along recently, and I jumped all over it for a less price and in better condition. So I never had this before, so this is going to go in my personal collection. This was my Intellivision 40th anniversary or 42 anniversary add-on to my collection. Okay. So again, they packed this up very good. Sometimes too good. Sometimes this stuff's packaged too good because then it makes it difficult to open. But at least it's protected. I mean, these collectible items, you want to make sure you pack them up nicely, but like I said, sometimes I don't want to say it's packaged too good because that's good, but it takes a little work when you're doing a video. It takes a little time to get it, so I don't do something to it by trying to rush it. Hopefully it'll slide out. Come on, slide out, please. Come on, are you gonna slide out? Please slide out. Okay, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, there's more boards here, that's why. Get rid of that board. Okay, now this book wasn't it's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was more like a pocket size. It's hard to tell in the list. I've never held one of these before, so I've seen a YouTube video on it. This is the Family Playbook for Intellivision Games. You guys want to freeze that and read it? You can do that. I'll show the front again if you want to freeze that and check it out. Like I said, there's one available on, and basically this is just a, I mean, this one's unused, but it shows all the games, some strategies. It's like a strategy guide, and it's a score. I'll probably photocopy these pages that you could put your scores, your date. And then it's got a bunch of strategy, stories on the games, place where you could keep your scores, and it's got a good article in the back to do some reading right here about each game and the overall experience with the Intellivision. So this is a highly collectible item for any Intellivision Fanatic. That's a great book. This will go in my book collection. So while I'm at it, I might as well show you this. I ordered these. I had the first three. I ordered these off Amazon. I had the first three already. I needed these two. These are the latest two. These are the ones that are the video game years. This is on Pat the Nest Punk. You can order these from him, or he has them at the shows. But I got them. They were on sale on Amazon, so I picked those up. Want to see the back? So this one's Volume 4, 86 and 87. Volume 5, 1988, 1989. And I have the first three already, showing the earlier years. Then just some random stuff that I had on my table here. Here's a sticker sheet that I got with some, I don't know, I forget what I got this with. But it's a Sega Genesis sticker sheet. Mega Drive. It's a cool little item. Then I got these Atari Catalogs. There was 5 different versions of this as they went. They updated. These are common. These are very common. I just got them with a bundle with paperwork. Then I still got, I don't have the Nintendo 64 no longer. I had one. My son had one. We recently sold off our N64 collection. But the only thing I even just recently sold my last game for the Nintendo 64, which was Mission Impossible, CIB, Mint in the Box. That was my last game. But the only thing I have left for the N64 is this little pamphlet, so I figured I'd at least keep this. It's a pamphlet on the N64 that you would have probably got in a store. Something like that. It trifolds. It opens up into a poster. As you can see there, you want to freeze it. And then it just folds up. So I figured that's a piece of memorabilia I'll keep for that. Since we no longer have it, we'll at least have this to remind us that we once had an N64. And then just some random stuff. One of the earlier Atari 2600 owner's manuals. That's one of the first releases, dated Sunnyvale, California. I don't know if I don't see a date here, but I imagine it was like 1978. I can't find a date anywhere on here, but I think it's like from 1978. Atari 2600, one of the earlier guides. And then this is just some arcade paperwork. I'll go through that another day. But that's about it. This is just some recent stuff I picked up. That's why it's out here. Pac-Man for Nintendo. It's not in the greatest condition, but it was in a protector. So I'll probably display this in my game room with my Pac-Man collection. I like the artwork on that Nintendo Tengen. If anybody remembers, Tengen broke the rules. And this is the second release, which is the the cartridge style that Nintendo allowed. The first release was in a black cartridge, and Nintendo didn't like that. So they redid it, repackaged it, and that's what it looked like. But it's with the manual and the cartridge. CIB. It's missing the flaps up here. But like I said, it's in this holder. So then I got this game here, nothing special. It's a Milton Bradley release of Captain Skyhawk for the Nintendo. I mean, the only reason why I picked this up is because this has a rental sticker on it. I'm recently collecting rental games. This one was, let's see, let's get it out. Let's get it out and see where this was from. You guys want to freeze that and take a look. It was property of Melody House, 307 North Street, Pittsfield, Mass, which is about an hour drive from here. Highway Drive. It's about, yeah, an hour, exactly an hour from here. I'm in Western Mass. That's going north of here. Pittsfield, Mass. So it made its way here. Milton Bradley, speaking of, that's the company that made that distributed the Simon game back in the day, which was Ralph Baer, the guy who made the Odyssey and the Odyssey 2. But Milton Bradley also distributed the Vectrix system, which I'll show in other videos. But nothing special about this game except for the rental sticker, which I'm starting to like that. I'm starting to like those mom and pop rental store stickers. But Milton Bradley, that was, I grew up in a town called East Long Meadow, which is about a 15-minute drive from here. And that's where the company, the factory for Milton Bradley made all the board games, and they were, I used to live like 5-minute drive from there. But they eventually got bought out by Hasbro. And they're still in business today. So I mean, I think that's about all I wanted to show, except for one other thing. This is a Sega Saturn Japanese game. This is a reproduction because the original is not affordable. This game, the original game, this is Final Fight Revenge for the Sega Saturn. I can play this on my Sega Saturn because I have that memory card cartridge that allows you to, it unlocks the Japanese games. So I picked that up. It's a reproduction, but it looks just like the real thing. And it's not a manual, but it's just like a little art piece that was printed. So yeah, I don't know if any of you know about this game. I saw a review on it on YouTube, and it looked good, and so I ordered it on Etsy, I think. I think I ordered this on Etsy. I think it came out to like $30, $15 for this, and $15 for shipping from, I think it was from Germany or something like that. Somewhere in Europe. But yeah, just thought I'd show that off. Oh, here we go. I haven't given this out yet. I don't think I got enough comments. But anyway, that's that. I mean, I got one more thing here. Picked this up at a local store, Tom's Electronics, in my area. It's like an Atari 5200 game. I don't even have an Atari 5200. That's one that I still have not crossed the line, as they say, because it's a very complicated system. I plan to get one someday, but I do have a few games for it other than this. But I mean, this was $10, and I think I got it for half price. For $5. I don't know if anybody's, if you've never seen, it came with a bunch of paperwork, the manual, the warranty card, the Atari 52. Strange thing, the Atari 5200 always came with games. Always came with some manual. Here's like the warranty, Atari service. So it came with a bunch of paperwork in here, which you guys know I like that. And supposedly it was supposed to have controller holders, but they weren't in here. But the game itself looks like this. So that's what the Atari 5200 carts looked like. So someday maybe I'll get an Atari 5200, but I do have an Atari 7800, Atari 2600, and some Atari computers. Not computers, but the game system, the XE, I think, and the 800 XL, which I play the computer games. A lot of good games for those Atari computers. But anyway, I think one of the flaps fell here into the box, because this box is not in great shape. It's all crushed and everything, but I don't care. One of the flaps fell off. Right here. These things were notorious for that. These boxes fell apart. They were cardboard. So don't complain about the Amico boxes, because at least those have some plastic inside. These were just pure, look how, But anyway, I thought I'd pick this up for $5. I don't even know what I did with that flap, but whatever. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's a lot more to come, so stay tuned. I'll be showing a lot of stuff in the coming weeks and days and months. So I hope you enjoyed all the content. And I think that's it for today. I'll show more next time. But everyone, like I said, don't stress out the holidays. Treat yourself, treat others with respect. Be kind to one another, or don't be. I don't care. Do whatever you want, but they only make the world better. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Peace out. I'll see you before Christmas, or you'll see me before Christmas, I should say. And DJC, I have part of your Christmas Eve package wrapped up. I showed that in that little clip, but I have more. Take care, guys. Have a good night.